Before we begin, let us pause and invite a higher presence into this moment. May the divine light guide our hearts and minds as we journey together through this story, a story that may reveal truths hidden in plain sight, awaken our spirits, and open our eyes to the unseen battles fought silently by those we think we know. There is a profound mystery in every human soul, a sacred story unfolding beneath the surface of what we see. Often, we look at others and assume we understand them fully, but the truth is, we only glimpse fragments of their inner world. What if I told you that someone you know, someone close, maybe even dear, carries a truth so shocking, so transformative, it challenges everything you believed about them? This is not a tale of judgment, but one of compassion, revelation, and spiritual awakening. Today, we will peel back the layers of appearances, dive deep into the human heart, and uncover a truth that has the power to heal, break chains, and illuminate paths. Have you ever looked at someone, perhaps a friend, a family member, or even a stranger, and wondered, what are they really going through? The face we see is often a mask shaped by years of struggle, pain, and silent battles. The shocking truth? Sometimes, the person who seems strongest is fighting wars we cannot see. The one who smiles the brightest hides the deepest wounds. The person who seems most put together may be breaking inside. In this story, you will meet someone just like that. Their truth might surprise you, but it will also remind you of something sacred, that beneath every human experience lies a divine spark waiting to be recognized, honored, and healed. There was a person I once knew, not just casually, but intimately enough to believe I understood them. On the outside, they were confident, charismatic, and full of life. They had a magnetic energy that drew people in, and a laugh that could fill a room. Everyone admired them for their apparent strength and success. Yet, beneath that glowing exterior, a storm was brewing, silent, relentless, and unseen by all but a few. This person carried a heavy secret. Not a secret born from wrongdoing or shame, but one rooted in profound pain and misunderstood purpose. It was the kind of secret that whispers in the dark, that weighs on the soul, that can break a person down or build them into something more beautiful. They had endured loss, not just the kind of loss that leaves scars on the heart, but the kind that shakes the very foundation of their faith, their identity, and their will to move forward. Loss of trust, loss of love, loss of themselves. As their story unfolded, it became clear that what they were living was not just an earthly trial but a spiritual battle. There were moments when they felt utterly alone, abandoned even by God. But those were the moments when the divine presence was closest, whispering courage into their soul. Sometimes, the divine works in mysterious ways. What looks like a setback or a curse can be a profound blessing in disguise, a divine reset that prepares the heart for deeper understanding, greater strength, and a new kind of freedom. This person began to see that their pain was not their prison but their path. The suffering was not a punishment but a preparation for something greater. Their story, once hidden in shame and silence, began to transform into a testimony of faith, resilience, and divine grace. Here's the shocking truth that may surprise you: the person you think you know is often someone you barely understand. Their struggles, their fears, their dreams, these are not always visible, yet they shape every choice and every step they take. More importantly, these hidden struggles reveal a universal truth: every soul is on a sacred journey, and every journey is worthy of honor and compassion. Sometimes, the people we admire the most are those who have faced the darkest nights of the soul and emerged with a light that cannot be extinguished. Sometimes, those who seem the most ordinary carry extraordinary battles, and through those battles, they find extraordinary strength. The divine truth in all of this is that no one's story is ever just what it seems. We are all more than our pain, more than our masks, more than our mistakes. We are spiritual beings on a journey toward healing, wholeness, and love. You may be watching this and thinking of someone in your own life, someone whose truth you don't fully know. Or maybe you see yourself in this story, carrying your own hidden burdens and wondering if anyone really understands. This video is an invitation to look deeper, to listen more closely, and to hold space for the mystery within every person. To remember that we are all connected by the divine thread of grace, that we are all worthy of love, healing, and second chances. If you feel alone right now, know this: the divine is with you. If you feel misunderstood, know this: you are seen by a love far greater than any human understanding. If you carry a secret pain, remember that pain can be the soil where new life grows. In a world that often rushes to conclusions or turns a blind eye to quiet pain, compassion stands as a sacred remedy, an act of grace that heals where words fail. To truly see another person, to look beyond their surface and recognize the hidden struggles they carry, yet still choose love, is to reflect the very heart of the divine. Faith is more than belief, it is the brave decision to trust in what cannot yet be seen, to hold steady in the mystery of a story only God fully understands. It is the bridge that spans the gap between brokenness and restoration, between despair and the promise of new hope. When we allow faith to guide us, even the most unsettling truths we uncover, about others and ourselves, can become the stepping stones toward healing, growth, and transformation. So, what steps can you take today to live this truth? Begin by opening your heart wide. Let kindness replace quick assumptions. Choose the discipline of listening deeply instead of rushing to judgment. Become a sanctuary for those who fight unseen battles, offering them refuge in your presence and your patience. Next, turn compassion inward and embrace your own story with gentle acceptance. Recognize your wounds and your pain not as weaknesses but as integral parts of your sacred journey. Seek comfort and restoration in the unchanging presence of the divine who walks beside you, even in your darkest hours. Finally, share this message boldly. The light of truth you carry has the power to illuminate someone else's shadowed path. Be a beacon of hope and a source of love within your community, your family, and your circle of friends, because in sharing, you help build a world where compassion is not rare but abundant. Never forget, the divine presence we invited into this space from the very beginning has never left. It lives quietly within you, in the stillness of your heart, in the silent pauses between your thoughts, and in the spaces where words fall away. This presence is the source of profound power, the power to uncover hidden truths, to mend deep wounds, and to usher transformation into the lives it touches. When a startling truth about someone else, or even about yourself, comes to light, it is never meant to break bonds or sow division. Instead, it calls us to a deeper understanding, a richer empathy, and a greater capacity to love without condition. As you step forward from this moment, hold this truth with care and reverence. Let it burn softly within you like a sacred flame, one that illuminates not only your own path but also brightens the journey of those who walk beside you, guiding all of you toward healing, connection, and grace. Gracious Creator of all that breathes life and all that remains unseen, we bow before you with hearts laid open and spirits humbled in your presence. We thank you for the eternal light that never dims, the truth that shatters every chain and sets our souls free to soar. Open our eyes to perceive beyond what meets the eye, to honor the sacred stories hidden quietly within every heart we encounter. Pour into us a compassion that flows endlessly like a river, gentle yet steadfast, patient and fierce in love. Surround those who suffer alone with your infinite grace, enfold them in peace that surpasses all understanding. Let your healing hand mend shattered dreams, and guide each of our footsteps with divine wisdom. Teach us to welcome the mysteries within others and within ourselves, to rest fully in your perfect timing and divine orchestration. May our lives become living reflections of your mercy and radiant light, clear testimonies to the transforming power of faith, hope, and redemption. We lift this prayer to you, holy and true. Amen. If this message has touched your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Pass it along to someone who might need a spark of hope today. Remember, sometimes the most startling truths open the door to the deepest healing and renewal.